So tell us about the digital resource, Laurie.
We're really pleased to bring together all the findings and the learning from the Inclusivity Project into one resource that can be shared and is accessible online for everybody. It brings together key activity and the research activity within the Inclusivity Project and showcases some of the great work we've been doing with businesses over the last 2.5 years. We're really pleased that partners are involved, demonstrating some of the impact that the research has taken. So by showcasing the work that the Inclusivity Project has done over the last 2.5 years, we really hope to share this information and knowledge with businesses and people within Cornwall, and to have a much broader reach so that businesses across the country and hopefully internationally can learn from some of the conversations and activities that have taken place and embed some of that learning into their businesses and really take inclusion and diversity to the next level.
That's good. And if I have come to this digital resource to have an explore, what will you tell me to dig into?
The digital resource is really designed so that you can explore different areas of the work that we've been doing. So there's an opportunity to tap into some of the 4 research areas that we've been exploring, to discover some of the unconscious bias work that's taken place, to listen to some of the conversations that have taken place with small businesses, some of the challenges that they've faced, particularly during the pandemic, and some of the activity they've done to become more inclusive employers. There's also some really personal work around individuals and some of the challenges that they've faced. And it's a great opportunity to learn, to listen to some of the activity that's taken place and then apply that to your business and to your employees as well.
Yeah, that's so right, because it would be so great if people watch this stuff and then go away and have conversations themselves with their staff and think about inclusion within their own business. And if they're a policymaker watching this, what would we like to tell them about it?
I think one of the key things is this has been a real journey for everybody during the course of this project and throughout the challenges everybody's faced as part of the pandemic, be that as an individual, a business, and some of the findings and the recommendations that we've got as part of this project, we are really keen to share with local policymakers and national policymakers as well, really to understand and absorb the data that's been collected. And we'd really like that information and data to have an impact for policymakers to listen and to apply that again to national policies and discussions that are taking place, recognising that the challenges that all businesses are facing continue. We are partway through a really difficult period in workforce and the labour market. We really need policymakers to listen and adopt to some of the findings that we've discovered and put that into practice so that businesses and individuals and employees can really benefit as we move forward from this point.
And we've come through the pandemic, more or less, but why is this moment so important that people listen and consider inclusion within their employment setup?
The Inclusivity Project started with a focus within Cornwall about how businesses can retain and recruit older workers, people with disabilities and long-term health conditions. But we've really seen over the last couple of years, as a result of the pandemic, the complex link between workplaces and people's health. Mental health and well-being has been discussed and is much more visible these days, as is the use of technology, remote working. A lot of these things which had barely been considered, I would say, pre-pandemic, are now at the forefront of everybody's considerations. So businesses, policymakers, employers, really need to take these things seriously. Think about the sustainability of their workplaces, the productivity and the well-being of individuals that work with them, and start to plan for the medium and long term. I think this is genuinely a new environment for workplaces and how people work, and employers really are taking this much more seriously, I think, in terms of the diversity of their workforces, and the different practical steps that need to be put in place to support well-being, positive working environments as we move forward. So that's really key. It's vital that steps are taken now to put that in place for the longer term.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that why is the European Centre for Environment and Human Health and the partnership that's been formed as part of the Inclusivity Project so uniquely placed to do this work?
There's a huge amount of work taking place in terms of people's relationships with their environments, be that outdoors, lots of work around green spaces, blue environments, and the positive benefits that can have on individuals. I don't think the workspace as an environment is necessarily given so much emphasis. The amount of time we spend obviously in the workplace is vital, so it's a defined environment in itself, and we need to consider our position in that workplace as a really important aspect of our lives. The partnerships that we've had with Age UK, Disability Cornwall, and the Cornwall and Isles of Scilly LEP has been vital. Learning from their experiences, their engagement with the communities, and the working place within Cornwall has been vital. So a combination of the University of Exeter, the European Centre for Environment and Human Health, and each of our partners has been vital in the success of the Inclusivity Project.
Yeah, and of course the University of Exeter brings together expertise from both the medical school and the business school, doesn't it? And that combination is quite unusual, isn't it?
It is, and it's a real strength of the project in that we've been able to bring together the key area of, as you say, of a business school and the medical school within the university, and the joint skills, experiences and approaches that they have in tackling this really important issue. The university is really keen to continue this work moving forwards from the Inclusivity Project, and we're delighted to have an extension to the project so we can continue that work. We can achieve the impact that we wish in terms of influencing policy, demonstrating key findings of the project, and really taking that forwards for the next foreseeable future.
This project has focused uniquely on SMEs, small to medium-sized enterprises, and not many projects have heard from that sector, have they? Or that segment of businesses? No,
that's right. A reasonable amount of work has taken place within large organisations who may be able to have large HR departments, occupational health, and the resources and time and capacity to tackle some of these issues. The focus on SMEs has been really important, particularly within Cornwall, where nearly 97% of businesses are small and medium in size. A more disparate group of organisations, each with their own challenges, working across multiple sectors. So no one business is facing the same challenges, be that in terms of their size, the number of employees that they have, and the issues that they face. So the Inclusivity Project has really tried to engage with a really broad range of small organisations and find out, hear from them what their challenges are and what support can be put in place to support the different needs that they have. We're really keen that the findings within Cornwall and across the SME network is shared. This will apply to many businesses across the country. So we hope to build on the findings that we've had and really engage with other partners across the country.